Of course, Cubase is a huge program and allows you to do a lot. Ultimately though, creativity is the most important thing. So, here are a few other ideas for you to explore. Get to know a small subset of plugins, whether it be the vintage compressor or the new quadrafuzz. Save and use templates is a great way to get projects started quickly. Use group channels. It's a really efficient way of mixing quickly. Save presets such as reverbs, channel strips and instruments to use in other projects.
Let's look at saving a preset for our Retrolog synth. Open Retrolog, click on the floppy disk icon, give it a name. And we can also do things like tag the preset. We've got different sub-styles. We could save it as categories and so on. So this means it'll be a lot easier to find the preset later on. We can also save presets in the mixer. So if we go to the vocal group channel here, and I right click on it and choose Save Track Preset, I can then save this setup, including the effects and EQ and various other settings. And again, I can also set up some attributes if I want to save it so I can search on it much more easily later on. There are also presets for saving customization options, window layouts and so on. And also the way in which tracks are seen within the project window. So there are presets all over Cubase to help you streamline the way you work and recall different settings for different projects.
Keep it simple. Instead of using EQ, use simple low pass or high pass filters. Don't overthink and make the most of mistakes. Record synth as audio, or bounce down instruments using the render in place feature. Okay, so while mixing in software obviously has lots of processing and other things you can engage, the actual environment is very important as well. So here we've got two speakers. I've made sure that they're the right level so that my ears are in line with the tweeters and they're actually in the same axis with the other speakers as well. I'll sit centrally between the two. Make sure that I'm equidistant between both the speakers as well. The other thing to watch out for is obviously the distance between the back wall and the side walls, so try and pull the speakers out if you can. And also obviously notice here that we've actually got absorption on the ceiling and on the sides as well, that mean that the sound is actually absorbed and it hopefully minimises some of those reflections which actually cause problems in terms of these reflections coming back and actually causing delays and phasing issues, but also in terms of low frequency problems, standing waves and things like that can give you a kind of lumpy, low-end response in the room. Obviously the mixing and monitoring environment is incredibly important, but if you do use room correction, don't forget you can set those plugins up within the control room features of Cubase. Automation is very useful for correcting issues within a track, but don't forget it can be used creatively as well. So you can actually spin off effects, create filter sweeps and other things that actually add interest to the track. And then render in place will allow you to actually fix those and create audio files that you can then use in other ways. And perhaps most importantly, there are no rules. So in this series we've covered lots of areas: recording, editing, mixing, processing and so on. Don't forget there are more tutorials on MusicRadar.com and Steinberg's own website.